What's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is an exciting morning because the M4 is getting some more mods. It's a very early start this morning. Let me check the time because I'm a little bit late as well. It is 7:33 in the morning. I was meant to leave at 7:25, but we're gonna head down to the first place to do the first mod on the M4. So let's get going and we'll have a chat about what's happening to the M4 in the car. I've already got the car warming up a little bit because it's 9.5 degrees. It's not that cold. Anyway, we're actually getting 2 mods done in this video. We're gonna get a mod done today. We're heading down to rolling rims this morning because I'm finally, well, this is the second time changing the color of these wheels because I'm not a fan of how they look right now. The silver just makes the car look a little bit stock, in my opinion. It makes it look a little bit boring. It makes it look a little bit classy, and I'm not going for a classy look with this car. I want it really aggressive. So we're gonna be changing the color of these wheels today, and then 2 days later, it's gonna be in the same video, we're gonna head down to Airtech to get a mod that will potentially save this engine from blowing up in the future. But you'll find out more on that in a little bit. So let's head down to Rolling Rims, meet the team, and just have a little chat about what's going on with the car. We've just made it down to Rolling Rims, and this is actually the 3rd ever time that I've come down here. I came down here with my 540, I came down here with my M4 once to change the color of these from black to silver, and now we're back again to Rolling Rims to change the color from silver to another color because I'm just bored of this. Just like I said, the silver on this car just makes it look a little classy and it doesn't really make it look aggressive, and I want this car to be very aggressive. We're getting a full carbon kit soon. I also plan on getting a big carbon wing on the back, like, you know, the M Performance one. Nothing too big, just a nice subtle wing, because the M Performance ones are like subtle. They probably go up about this high and they like kind of angle. It looks really cool. And I feel like for the carbon kit to work and for the spoiler to work, the silver wheels need to go. Don't get me wrong though, the silver does look really good, and obviously they're a little bit dirty, so this is the actual color of them. They're like real silver and they're finished in like a chrome flash, so they do look good, but I don't know, I don't like it anymore. I just don't. Maybe silver wheels would suit this car with a completely like aftermarket set, but not this. A lot of people have agreed and said that this kind of makes it look a little bit more stock and a little bit more bland and a little bit less aggressive, and I have to agree. I know a lot of you will like the silver, but I'm just not a fan of it anymore. Just not. So we're back down at Rolling Rims. I'm going to leave the car here for a few days. I think they're keeping it for 2 or 3 days, and I'm actually going to leave the camera with the team, and they're going to show you what they get up to behind the scenes to change the color of these wheels. So they're going to show you everything that's going on behind the scenes. Hopefully, we'll see, because it's a bit awkward going on camera for the first time, so we'll see what they do. But I'm going to leave the camera with them. They're going to try to show you what's going on. So it's time to say goodbye to the M4 for a few days, and I'll catch you in 2 or 3 days when the color of these wheels are going to be completely changed, and hopefully the M4 is going to look so much better.
This is the first for everything. Usually customers just drop down their car, but this one, drop down his camera, and I'm going to show you what we do basically. My name's Molly, I work at Rolling Rims in Great Dunmow. We've got the pleasure of having Seb's car back in for the 3rd time, 2 times now on the M4. We did the change from black to silver, and now we're doing silver to something a little different, a little bit more stealthy, something that will suit the car a lot more. So yeah, we're going for it. We're gonna turn it around in a couple of days, and I'll show you some BTS, show you what we get up to, and hopefully you like it a little bit more. Watch this space, Seb, and all the absolute silver haters coming for you.
So the first job of any alloy refurb is of course getting the wheels, the tyres and the valves off. The wheels then take a nice bath to take off any colour on them, which then leaves us with a blank alloy. Just look at all that horrible silver paint peeling off. It's quite satisfying to see as well. The wheels then get sandblasted and all the imperfections are taken out, which leaves them ready for priming, then paint and then lacquering.
Now having a look to see what is going on with the wheels. They've been sandblasted, they have been prepped, ready for powdering tomorrow morning, and then once they've been powdered, we'll do a little shot of that.
So here we've got the base layer going on the wheels, and then they get powder coated, but this is all I'm going to show you because I don't want you to see the final colour just yet.
So the wheels have now been powder coated, they've gotten their colour, they're going back in the oven now, and then they're going to be lacquered in powder, back in the oven, and then I'll show you the final result. So you've converted me. Fair play.
I picked up the M4 from Rolling Rims late last night, so I couldn't show you me collecting and my initial reaction, but the car's right in front of me right now and it looks absolutely insane. I can't believe how much better this looks. Wow. Take a look at this. Have a look at this. This car just looks so much better now. Look how much more aggressive it looks with these black alloys. The silver wheels, they just weren't it. They looked good for like a month or two, then I became a little bit bored of them. Like I said, it made the car look less aggressive, a lot more classier. But these gloss black alloys just make this car look so angry. Just look how good it looks. It just completes the car. There's just so many black accents on this car, and just gloss black alloys are needed. And like I said, the full carbon kit is coming for this M4, and potentially a big wing as well. So these are going to blend in with the car so much more. Literally every single angle on this car looks so much better with these gloss black alloys. It's actually crazy. I can't believe how much of a difference this has made on this car, and I kind of regret going to the silver, but I'm glad I've tried it. I can't believe how much of a difference they make. I just want to say a massive shout out to Rolling Rims, because they've made this car go from a 7 out of 10 to an 11 out of 10. This thing, just look at it, it looks absolutely insane now with these gloss black alloys. If you guys want yourself any wheel refurbs, color changes, fixing up your alloys, Rolling Rims are your go-to guys, because they're literally the best. I've brought 3 cars to them, and that should say a lot, because I've gone back to them 3 times. Their work is just incredible, and the quality of their work is so good. But yeah, now the plan is to go to Airtech, and it's time to put in the second mod on this car, which will save the engine. It's gonna kind of fix a design flaw with this car, so let's get in the car and get going. We've now made it down to Airtech, and it's time to fix a massive issue with this M4. I mean, it's an issue and a huge design flaw. So let's get this car inside, and I'll show you exactly what's wrong, because BMW messed up and Airtech have had to do their job and protect this car from potentially the engine blowing up. So yeah, let's go inside and I'll show you what's wrong, because it's quite bad. Right, it's now time to get this car inside their workshop, chuck it on the ramp, and I'll show you exactly what's wrong, because yeah, like I said, BMW have truly messed up with this one, and Airtech have had to do their job. This wrap and the color wheels on this car just go so well. I'm so happy that I did the black alloys compared to the silver. The silver looked really good during the summer, but I feel like now that it's winter, the black looks really well, and there's so many black touches on the car. The car was just screaming for black alloys again, I feel like, and yeah, it just looks so much better. Just look at it. It looks insane, man. And the lighting shining down on the wrap just looks so good. We've now got the car on the ramp, so let me show you what's wrong. Right here is the oil cooler. When it gets to the oil cooler, it's completely exposed. So if a rock or a branch goes underneath your car, you could potentially say goodbye to your engine if you don't catch it quick enough, because if this gets damaged, then you're gonna get literally oil spilling everywhere, and you'll probably only get a warning when your car detects low oil, or like low oil pressure, isn't it? Yeah. And you can see I've never actually tracked the car ever in my entire life. I've gone for on a few long road trips, and you can see that there's like damages all inside the oil cooler. There's a pretty big one here. These are probably all like little rock chips, and I did go over a huge branch the other day, and I heard quite a bit of noise underneath the car, and luckily this wasn't damaged. I can't believe that BMW left such an important part so exposed. And on the F-Series models, the actual oil cooler is protected, whereas on the G-Series models, for some reason, BMW have left it completely open. So to fix the problem with this exposed oil cooler, we're gonna be fitting Airtech's aluminium undertray on, and look at the quality of this thing. As you can see here, this is where the protection sits for the oil cooler, and if we go up again, you can see there's no protection there at all. So the plan now is to take the stock undertray on, and then we're gonna be fitting Airtech's one on.
So what we've done with this, where we scanned and got all the locations for the bolts, and you can see it's a direct replacement, so the shape's the same. So it literally is a plug and play, so it's perfect. These kind of customers want something that goes bang on their car, haven't got to worry about anything else. They want it to fit as the OEM one should. So if you see on BMW, they've got this small lip here, right? This is to help airflow and sort of the second line of protection for the oil cooler. What we've done is, when we scan underneath the car, we make sure this is in the same place to give you the same sort of effect that BMW are after, with all the additional...
So it's literally like an OEM product, OEM fittings, the same clips, the same bolts.
Clips. So there's literally comes with no other fixings, you use all the BMW fixings. You'll see when we take it apart, you'll see that they have some plastic clips in here. They all fit in the original slots. It's literally plug and play.
Yeah, quality product, plug and play with a lot of additional protection, which this car needs, because every time I drive underneath something or a big rock, I always have like the fear of it potentially damaging the oil cooler. So now, this is going to completely fix that. The first thing that needs to come off is this rubber strip, and then once we get this rubber strip off, you can't really see it that well, this is the rubber strip right here. then we can take off the main under tray, and then we'll show you the differences between the Airtech under tray and the stock under tray. You can see how exposed it is under there, and that's literally all you've got protecting such a vital part that does such a massive job to have this car running. Got pipes everywhere, and it's just a bit of plastic protecting it. That is insane. So now that we've got the under tray off, the next step is pretty much taking these factory clips, transferring them onto there, and then that'll be ready to slot back into the OEM fixing. It's that simple.
Yeah, that's simple.
Right, so now we've got the plastic clips transferred from there to there, and this pretty much just lifts up and it goes right there. Also, I think this car's a little bit too low because we've just found this. I don't know what I hit, but I hit something and it's cracked the plastic under tray. And if we move back a little bit as well, look at that. It's like dented the brace in the exhaust. We've also got scrapes all along the exhaust as well. Like, this car can be such a pain sometimes to drive because it is so low, but it looks good, so it's kind of worth it. And just like that, 5 minutes later, we've now got the under tray fitted on, and look how clean this thing looks. And actually 3D scanned this himself and created the design himself. So this isn't like a brought into the UK resale type of thing. This is designed in-house. And they've, like I said, they've 3D scanned this, created this, and kind of done their own design around the OEM under tray.
Yeah, it's cut and folded here in house HQ. So yeah, it's all 3D scanned. That's why all the locations fit like OEM. The OEM one, they have indents.
So yeah, like you can see here, this is what he's talking about. There's an indent at the bottom of the under tray, so you can see it kind of pokes out quite a lot.
We've copied that. We're sort of a top hat sort of design. We call it a top hat design, but it just keeps it all nice and flat underneath, as smooth as possible.
So there's not anything that you could potentially be hitting. It's nice and flat.
You can see here as well that we've got this lip, even more out at the back. Since all the back is open, just try and pour as much heat backwards underneath the car as possible. Obviously, you can have your pressure coming in, your air coming in, and it's going to want to be ducted down and pushed underneath the car. So as long as you can sort of carry on that and don't disturb what BMW design and give it as much air as possible while keeping the protection, then you're going to be good.
Yeah.
The temperatures are going to stay where they need to be.
This is really good. So if you're a G series owner, whether you have a G80, G81, G82, anything like M2, M3, M4, you need this right here because this is saving your engine. And just like that, the M4 is now done and we've got the engine nice and protected. I just want to say a massive shout out to Airtech for sorting this out. If you guys have a G series M car, whether it's an M2, M3, M4, whatever you've got, make sure you get yourself down to Airtech and get this under tray fitted to potentially avoid a huge headache with your car. Because if something goes under that oil cooler, you're going to have a very bad day and you could potentially be risking your car's engine. So come down here, get your under tray fitted, and then you can just stop worrying about this stupid oil cooler that's under the car. And yeah guys, this is where the video ends. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment and let me know what you think about the M4. But anyway, I'll catch you in the next one.